The Panama Canal, one of the greatest engineering feats of the 20th century, was born from the vision of connecting two vast oceans to create a shorter route for trade and military power. This monumental project faced unimaginable challenges, from disease and terrain to political struggles and human sacrifice. Despite the setbacks, the canal's completion in 1914 revolutionized global trade, reshaping the economic and geopolitical landscape for centuries to come. The journey of its construction is a testament to human perseverance, ambition, and innovation. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for new update. The idea of creating a shortcut between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans had been long dreamed of by explorers and traders who realized the vast distance they had to traverse when moving goods between the two coasts of the Americas. For centuries, sailors braved long, perilous routes around the southern tip of South America, often risking life and cargo in the unpredictable waters of Cape Horn. But the solution, it seemed, lay in the narrow Isthmus of Panama, where the two oceans were separated by only a small strip of land. The need for a passage was clear. The growing trade between the eastern and western hemispheres, coupled with the rapid expansion of the United States across the continent, demanded a faster route for military and economic reasons. The ability to move goods from coast to coast without having to navigate the vast and dangerous southern waters would save time and resources. It would also provide the U.S. Navy with greater mobility, strengthening its strategic position in the Americas. In 1880, a French engineer, Ferdinand de Lesseps, who had famously overseen the construction of the Suez Canal, embarked on the ambitious project of creating a similar waterway across Panama. The dream was set into motion and a massive workforce of thousands of laborers was assembled, but the challenges soon became apparent. The dense jungle, treacherous terrain, and extreme weather conditions made progress painfully slow. More devastating, though, were the diseases carried by mosquitoes, malaria, and yellow fever, which decimated the workforce. Thousands died, and the canal project was eventually abandoned by the French after only a decade of attempts. For years, the project lay dormant until, in 1904, the United States, under the leadership of President Theodore Roosevelt, took up the cause. The U.S. was determined to finish what the French had started, motivated not only by the promise of economic prosperity, but also by the desire to assert its growing influence in the Western Hemisphere. The challenges that faced the American engineers were formidable. The terrain was just as hostile as it had been for the French. Mountains, swamps, and rainforests created immense obstacles. The climate was harsh, and the diseases that had plagued the previous workers still lingered. But this time, advances in medicine, particularly the work of Dr. William Gorgas, who tackled the mosquito problem with insecticide and sanitation, made a huge difference. The workforce, though still large and diverse, was able to handle the harsh conditions far more effectively than before. But the most daunting task was the construction itself. Engineers had to dig through solid rock, carve out entire mountainsides, and build massive locks to accommodate the ships that would pass through. It was a monumental feat of engineering, one that required innovations in technology and construction methods. The work progressed slowly but steadily as thousands of workers, some from the U.S., but many from the Caribbean and other nations, labored tirelessly, often under dangerous conditions. By 1914, after a decade of relentless work, the Panama Canal was completed. The world watched in awe as the first ships passed through the 50-mile-long waterway, finally connecting the two oceans and changing the global trade landscape forever. For the United States, the benefits of the canal were immeasurable. It opened up a faster route for goods between the east and west coasts, dramatically reducing shipping time and costs. The ability to move goods more efficiently made American businesses more competitive on the global stage. The canal also bolstered U.S. naval power by giving the Navy quicker access to both oceans, a strategic advantage during both World War I and World War II. But the canal was not just a win for the U.S. economy. It also cemented the nation's presence in Central America, increasing its political and military influence. The construction of the canal signified the rise of the United States as a global power, ready to extend its reach across the Americas and beyond. In time, the Panama Canal became one of the most important engineering marvels of the 20th century, its impact reverberating far beyond the shores of Panama. It shortened travel time, fostered international trade, and reshaped the geopolitical landscape in ways that would shape history for generations to come. Yet the cost, both in human lives and the political tensions that followed, was a reminder of the immense sacrifices that went into creating this vital waterway.